Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Here we are, back at it. It's Monday, everyone's favorite back to work day. But for us, it's Friday, Ramon. It's like party time over here. We made it through another week. Just a small, short 10-day, card here today. I saw Sue was like, what? No WNBA. Pretty big lineup there for us tomorrow. Unfortunately, we won't be on for that. But we will go ahead and get some plays together if you guys are interested in buying any of those packages out there. All I know is I finally got that Blue Jays team to come in for me. It's like if you stick with a team long enough, eventually they're going to win, Ramon.
Well, that was one game we had, right? Mindy on the show. We nailed that one. We had the blue. You had the Blue Jays. I had the under. There were some other ones, but we could have used. We said it. We said, "Oh, we got a couple games here. We're pretty much going against the chat now." I don't know.
Maybe the Dodgers total.
Yeah.
See.
So good job, chat. Hope they show up today. Probably not as many as the last 2 days. Thank you guys so much for great viewership over the weekend. So happy. Wish we could have come through on Sunday like we did on Saturday, but you had some premium winners, Mindy. WNBA we did miss with Indiana, but you did have the total over in that game, just to be clear. There, and I had the other total, so we're kind of still nailing those totals. I gave out the under on the show with Phoenix and Washington.
Yeah, Mystics crushed them.
Yeah, they really did. So maybe.
I find it interesting, Ramon, that the Mystics, they score 58% of their points all the time in the first half. So they're definitely a big first half team out there.
Great to note. There. Women's World Cup action does continue.
How did that go?
Well, I do have an update. I've kind of fixed those stats. I was stumbling over them a little bit, and there's a little bit of give. So I want to give the worst case scenario because there might be some movement. A lot of times these handicaps, you're dealing with those quarter goals. So, but right now. The results came in today. The favorites did kind of roll a little bit in these last two games. You mentioned the underdogs are really coming through. Now, that's against the spread, against the handicap. But to be clear, right now, favorites in the Women's World Cup straight up, Mindy, 12 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. So, kind of as expected how the favorites in these international events, they do kind of dominate. But against the spread, the underdogs have covered 9 of 15 matches. And you could say that they've covered possibly 10 of those. One was a kind of a mover here in today's action where the favored team, Italy, they started as about a 1-goal favorite. Argentina took quite a bit of action, and maybe Italy ended up about a half a goal favorite. But today's results, Italy 1, Argentina 0. Germany then rocked Morocco. I've been harping on that Japan win over Zambia 5-0 is really the only true blowout. Well, this was another one. And just like that Japan and Zambia, where Zambia was the worst rated team, Germany number 2 rated in the tournament, Morocco just above Zambia. So if anything, and then the last one just finished, Brazil 4-0, where it is Brazil, even though they've never won this, and watch out this year, but Brazil, it's Brazil. So
Brazil.
They played Panama. And again, they probably got the number for most, but the total was about 4 in that one, down from a 5. But still the underdogs. And here's the other key stat on the over-unders. Worst case scenario, this is if you got the worst numbers for this stat, because under is 11, 2, and 2. So 11 of 15 games have gone under so far with 2 pushes. If you did get the worst of it on the number when betting the under, so it's possible you could have 12 wins there tonight to come in the Women's World. We're done for the evening here, but the early game will be as we complete the first 16 games of the round of pool play, the 48 games of pool play. It'll be South Korea minus $1.25 against Colombia. The total is 2. I think I have these here. Actually, I do want to show them. Just expand or get a little bit of coverage today, Mindy, without other sports. Maybe I could talk about these games just for a minute or two to kick our show off while everybody rolls in. So Colombia and South Korea tonight is the first game. And these then followed middle of the night for the East Coast and West Coast, or early morning, as we will have. Let's see, in the next one here, Mindy, it's New Zealand and Philippines. We're starting to get the games here where the teams are playing there for the second time now. Their second games. New Zealand favored here by 1.5. That's they're at home, but yeah, that's going to be close. And then a pretty good game here.
Okay.
Maybe one of the best so far will be Norway minus 0.5 goal against Switzerland. The total there, that's about 2.25 goals. I'll put 2.5 under 50. Maybe people can understand that too. So those will be the 3 games. Well, much later tonight. We're talking, 18 hours away, and then into the 3 games tonight. So. All right, so we're real quick to Tony'sPicks.com as we say hello to some folks here rolling in. And Bionic says hello, and Sue is bum. We got no WNBA. I will say this, Mindy, I don't think I'll have a premium. I don't even know if we've been covering this. If anybody's looking for, I'm trying to find some sports for folks. There's a little bit of other international soccer. Your favorite team, Newell's old boys are in action. But there is the basketball tournament, which is not the Big 3. I actually had some Big 3 plays in the Discord yesterday. I think we were 1-1. And there was some steam in there that came through. All the totals are about the same because they play that format. But
just take the aftershocks.
Yeah, aftershock. How about this one? We got a name mismatch in the basketball tournament. This is a humor portion of the show, I think. It'll be the program for autism going up against Nasty Natty. So you got a little bit of a mismatch in the names there. Thomas Lewis, good morning. Hello, Dre is here today. We're trying to have some fun. Mike Worley, nice to have you. He's listening. Doesn't have as much time to participate. That's okay. Hope we got the winners. Blake, Tyrone, Luis here today. Mindy did get a little scared when Brian Harmon's lead went down to 3 strokes. Let's just say we ate good last night. Brian Harmon, it was in the Discord before the tournament. I listed 3 golfers, Mindy, for the Open Championship. I know I've said this on every show, but come on, folks. I hit 100-to-1 shot on the tournament this weekend. I gave out the 3 players. One basically a favorite, 1 medium shot, and 1 long shot. So we scored 100-to-1. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Brian Harmon scored for me at 100-to-1. Yeah, and early on I did jump on a couple of golfers just to make sure I made some money. Took about 20% of the position off. That's okay. That's okay. I'm greedy. And I know you guys will let it ride. Jerry Norris is here as well. Tucker boy. And Daryl Turner had a good day yesterday. Maybe we should have relied on. He's talking about some of the morning action there. Ottawa, we did give out Ottawa on the show yesterday. Mindy in their game against Calgary. And hey, I did have the under as a play in the Discord, Mindy, and it did go under. If you're talking about one team, when both teams, I think, did go under the game total, but barely. There was like 80 points scored. It went way over. I got that one wrong. But our play on the show here, we gave out Ottawa, went overtime. So Jacob Flewelling here today. Mims is here. What did Mims do?
Some same game parlays, it looks like.
Good job. And Daryl, that Phoenix game yesterday. All right. And we'll get the show going. I don't know. We'll try to be out of here by the top of the hour, I'm sure, with just 10 games, I want to say, we're previewing here today, including a day game. So, I'm sorry. Hey, Oops.
What?
Better get this out of the way or they're going to kick us off the air. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and check out our premium picks. Mindy and I will have our premium picks up there in just a few moments after the show's over. But we're going to give you some free winners first here on the show, hopefully. Mindy,
Hopefully, right?
it's
Yeah.
hard to come by. Yeah, we could have did better, no doubt. But you had some nice premium winners yesterday. We didn't make it on the handicapper leaderboard though, so that shows you. And look who did. I mean, you only had 4 cappers. Was it that difficult yesterday?
It's
Ralph 3-0. Ben, of course, goes 5-5. He's still got a profit. Why
right.
don't we just follow Ben's lead?
Right. We should
Tim
just follow
Irwin.
the underdogs, right?
2-1. Nick Vartini, 2-1. And Mindy, you had premium winners yesterday. Baltimore run line, White Sox run line. I know you had, and what did you get? Fever and Liberty over. You had a premium on as well. So we had some winners. I had a couple as well, but could have done better. Team Steam put an end to that winning streak. But take a look for the week. We're still the leading capper here. Right up there anyway. There you see it. Morning Steam 25-18 plus 507 units. Nick Vartini looks like he came in with some overnight action here and has put up a pretty good number this morning, maybe on some soccer and tennis. I'm thinking plus 535. There you are, Mindy. Good job last week. You finished in the profit. So did Tiffany. The VIP account did as well, and Daniel Walasachuk. So if you put Mindy and the Morning Steam together, 62 wins, 46 losses for over 9 units of profit. So good job last week.
Thank you.
Mindy and Tim Irwin leads over the last 30 days at plus 1,000 units. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. We'll have some premium picks, Mindy, even though we're going to give out, who knows,
Lots of free winners today.
10, who knows how many we're going to agree on right here. So one thing I will point out, okay, Mindy, we got tomorrow no show. This is our last show of the week, so we do go over picks. If you're interested, go over to Tony'sPicks.com on the Morning Steam tab. Now, we will package these games up in one as big a package as we can. Depends how many we agree on, so you can get the best price and maybe just go with 1 day package if you need to. But if you just want to help us out, you can get this package today or tomorrow, and make sure you get tomorrow's plays with us. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. This will give you tomorrow's plays. I know it's on 99 there. Just know it helps Mindy and I out on the commission, but also you'll get either Monday or Wednesday and Thursday. You can just watch the show and get all the picks for free, but not on Tuesdays, Mindy. It's a secret.
That's right.
So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. You can get our plays from the Morning Steam on Tuesdays. Use this package, or we'll have one up tomorrow once Mindy and I agree. We take our time. We get them ready, and usually have them up there by at least noon Eastern or so, I would say. Just depends how much we're enjoying our morning.
That's right.
All right. And let's head back on over, say hello to a few more folks, and get into the show with our 10 games today. Mindy, hello to Bill McDonald. I saw Bill in another chat, and he made a comment that was it. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, gosh. Maybe it was on the drive-through. RC here today as well. Don't remember, darn it, Bill. I was going to tell you about something. You specifically, and I never got around to it in the drive-through chat. I think it was Gregory Davenport here as well.
Good morning.
Okay, Mindy. Let's look at the games. Jeremy, hello as well. Going to start it off with a one-day game. You mentioned it. Today, the Giants and the Tigers. So the Giants come in to start the series with a day game. I find that this isn't just a one-off game, is it? I think maybe. Oh, it is. It is a makeup game of some kind. Okay, because the Giants will be home tomorrow. We know the Giants were just playing the Nationals. So they're stopping in Detroit. These are always risky, Mindy. I think look at the line, right? I think it shows a little bit in the line. If you just threw these two teams out there, even with these pitchers, I think that the travel is built into this line a little bit. Mindy, we know the Giants are, I don't know, what are they, 8, 9, 10 games over 500? The Tigers are the opposite. Tariq Skubal, he hasn't shown yet that he's the Tariq Skubal that we thought we've seen. They've lost all 3 of his starts. I think it's Stripling. We haven't seen officially yet, but it sounds like kind of a bullpen game. We know Stripling can go more than a few innings if necessary. But the Tigers to be $1.40 here, yeah, it wasn't a great trip, but I'm gonna say that they factored in the fact that this is just a one-stop swap right there. Giants coming in for one game today at Detroit, and then they're back home.
Well, I'm going to go under the total here in this one. It is one of these early games too for the West Coast team out here. But yeah, it's one of those that if I take a look at Skubal, it's kind of one of those you talked about them losing his losses, but look at this K rate. 12.4 Ks per 9 innings in his 8 innings of work here, which is probably 1 or 2 games. I don't recall exactly how many he has had here at home. But it looks like he can go ahead and keep this Giants team down here, especially if I take a look at the Giants bullpen ERA, 3.74. A lot of indication here that this game will go under. Tigers only scoring 3.9 runs of offense over their last 5 as well. So going under the total of 8.5.
Okay, and we'll see. There was also some talk of DeSclafani getting in there.
Okay.
Maybe does he? Does he get in this game? I'm wondering. I guess that could he be the pitcher that comes in afterwards? Like I said, no confirmation of the starters yet. So we'll see what the Giants' plans are. But again, they're just coming in. They were just in Washington last night. They're coming in for one game here. The Giants have lost 4 straight. It was a pretty bad weekend, I think, for the – no, let me see. It wasn't let me get this right. That was yesterday's pitching situation, right? Oh, they started Alexander. Okay. Trying to remember that game yesterday, so just had the wrong info. Sorry about that, Mindy, on this one here. Stripling, 3.94 ERA in his last 4 starts. I think that's who's going to go. If you guys know anything, let me know in the chat because obviously the books haven't listed anything just yet. But like I said, at $1.40 here with Skubal, 5.25 ERA. Detroit's won 7 of the last 5. I don't think I'd want to give this out as a premium given this price, but I think Detroit wins it today. I think these games are tough when you have to go in and just play one game. Hi, Kay. Nice to see you. Have a great day at work. Hot boy here today. Tigers and under. Luis will take the Giants. I think the Giants are going to be an attractive price for a lot of people here to plus 115, plus 120. Clyde there, he's pointing it out right there. Take that plus money. They need a win. Can they get off the plane, get a win, and get back home? Jeremy says Giants and under. Jacoby says under. You've got him convinced here, Mindy. I wasn't sure. Fernando here. I will say sometimes, I talk about the get in, get out. Just go in, play the game, win or lose, whatever. We got to get back home. Giants need wins. There's no doubt. Fernando on the over in the Giants. And Dre is on the San Francisco money line. So I feel pretty alone out here on the Tigers today. But I'm taking them.
All right.
Just saw the Padres. Well, except yesterday. Tigers did a nice job, obviously, yesterday.
Yeah, what's up with that? I had the Padres. Come on, Padres.
I had the Padres, but again, they were lifeless. Giants in the over for
Can't get the Padres right at all.
So I'm on an island here. I'm that guy. I'm on the Tigers here in this one. And this is just a one-game series. Is it a series? If it's one game, is it a series? And
I would say no. It's a one game.
Take the under. It's a one game. It's a one-off.
The series would have to be multiple.
Yeah, the Giants will return home to take on the A's this week over
All
the next
right.
3 days after this. So, uh,
Fun.
yeah, well,
Look
if
at those
it
A's
was
yesterday getting some money on the run line.
they had a little, I saw a little clip on on X. Do you guys know what X is?
Like FX?
No, it's
No.
Twitter.
Oh,
Apparently, overnight, Elon Musk changed the name of Twitter to X.
what the heck?
Well, it's not official. Everything still has the bird and everything, but maybe he's just changing the name of the company to X. It still could be Twitter, kind of like Meta and
Okay.
Facebook. But that was like a big deal last night.
Oh
Broke.
man, I'm way out of the loop on all this
Oh
social
God!
media
Well, I mean,
stuff.
I'm kind of like driving the loop. Was anybody even paying attention? Like, does anybody even pay attention to what this guy says anymore? But I mean, I love
All
Twitter.
over
I
the
don't
place.
like what's happened. I'm not down on this guy totally. Anyways, all right. Let's just talk sports here. I'm on the Tigers. Mindy is on the under. I wasn't saying anybody here is on X. All right. Party time. Orioles and Phillies here. Dean Kramer. Dean Kramer's one of my guys, Mindy. This guy makes you money, even if he's not a great pitcher, almost a half a unit per start. Here, the Phillies are $1.15 or so now, 9.5 over 15 with Christopher Sanchez.
So is Christopher Sanchez a money burner?
He his first couple of starts, he was actually doing pretty good. He found himself in some underdog roles and did win a couple, but right now it's kind of starting to go the other direction. But his numbers are okay; they're pretty okay.
Yeah, because I believe he's kind of winless,
Yeah,
right?
no
This
run support
season.
though.
Yeah, no run support, but I think he's been pitching pretty well. 3.06 ERA. I'm going to go ahead and go with this Phillies team today. I think they actually, tend to go a little bit better on the road. Um, I think their bats are better on the road than what I see here overall for this Phillies team. Just kind of seems like they are the better home team. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go against that money winner there with Kramer and go with the Phillies today.
Okay, Mindy says go with the Phils in this one. Just want to point out a very interesting because we've never even had, I don't think, a Sherrod Cradle in here, but comes in with a great comment. Not a statement necessarily, just some information. And even though the series tickets are void, I just think it's very nice so Detroit won the first 2 games of that series with that one cancellation. So thank you, Sherrod. That is a great comment from you, and appreciate it. Nice to have you. Luis says take the Orioles. Blake on the Orioles. Fernando on the Orioles. Mindy,
What? What
it's like
happened?
they didn't even listen to you. They're all on the Orioles in
Sometimes I
here.
don't blame them for not listening to me.
Well, it was a pretty good weekend for the Orioles. Let's face it.
I know.
It was a real, I'm sure. And look, and
Like
here's
not
Dre.
those
You know,
days.
he's fired up after what went down this weekend. Poor Tampa. They're just spiraling. But everybody here. Oh, Hot Boy's on the Phillies.
Oh, okay.
Thomas is trying to get to his destination. Don't crash, but he's got Phillies. So,
Okay, good. See, I'm not totally on an island like last game.
well, there's our Phillies here. Look, Kramer's the guy. Like I said, 4 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's got nearly a 5 ERA this season, but the Orioles 14-6 with Dean Kramer on the mound. The Orioles have won 12 of 15. Oh man, it's got to be exciting for our Baltimore our Baltimore crew. Pardon me, Mindy.
Rodney's out there. He's part of the Baltimore crew. The
Yeah,
mayor of
all those
Baltimore. We haven't
guys.
seen him in a while, but he's part of that Baltimore crew.
Yep. In Baltimore, hey, I mean, I've watched Baltimore, Mindy, in the World Series before. I know it's been a long time, but they played the Phillies. They played a memorable World Series that they lost against the Pirates in 1979. But man, it'd be exciting to see the Orioles get on a run. Jacob says Orioles money line. So those Orioles. I love the 1979 World Series and some of the or Eddie Murray, Kenny Singleton.
Oh my goodness.
Really good.
Wayback Machine.
Yeah. All right. And Jim Palmer also was pitching on those teams. Okay, Mindy, I'm going to take the over in this one. 9.5. It's pretty high, but I'll go over here with these two. Look, Sanchez has gone under in 6 of 7 starts. I can't really make too much of a stat for him necessarily. At least the Phillies have gone over in 8 of 12. They're still lost 4 or 5, but it's been a pretty good streak for the Phillies. They're not done. And Baltimore and Philly. I mean, this could be pretty fun game here today. Pretty fun series between these two teams, both playing pretty well, despite Philly cooling down a little bit there. Baltimore, great on the road, also. Hi, Takia.
Hello.
All right. Here's the Rockies with Jake Bird against the Nationals. I think Corbin is listed at the books even now, and he's up to $1.45. Good luck with that. Hey, I know everybody wants to jump on Corbin as a minus 145 favorite. That sounds like a positive. The total does appear to be going up here off this opener. I'm showing now 9.5 under at minus 120, but that's definitely on the move a bit higher.
All right, Jake Bird. What do we got here with him? It's interesting. 10.19 ERA. That's overall. But if I take a look at where he's at on the road, look at his numbers. 29 innings pitched, 2.17 ERA. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockies today. I'm going to take them here with a little bit of plus money. I think they've won, 4 out of their last 5? I think they're on a heater. I'm going to go with the Rockies here today.
All right, Mindy says, take the Rockies with Bird. Hey, you're getting that plus money. Nobody wants Corbin. Come on. 5.19 ERA in his last 3 starts. Made fun of him all season. He drops you about a third of a unit every time he goes out there. Washington's 2-8 in his last 8 starts. I don't know. I don't want Colorado either. It's a bullpen game. I mean, Bird does get the start, but they'll be throwing plenty of guys out there in this one. Colorado just 3-13 on the road in their last 16 road games. Washington's not very special either, but they did have a pretty good weekend, like we said, against the Giants. So maybe they've got a little bit of momentum. When I think of the Rockies, Mindy, are just an insane under on the road. Their offense just is really poor. I don't know. Is there something to being in the mile high air, and then when you leave, you don't the ball doesn't fly as far, and you get mixed up?
Could be.
So, I don't know. They Rockies have gone under in 10 of their last 11 games. I got to go under. If it's going to be 9.5, it was going to be premium, but I don't want any part of Colorado right now. I'm not going to like the price here with Corbin. I mean, this thing $1.45 with Corbin. Whew. Who likes that? I'm sure. Hey, we got to pick something.
There are folks.
Dog. I mean, of course. The chat's going to be doing some Rockies action with you here. It looks like Blake's on the Rockies. Luis is on the Rockies. And if I take Sherrod's on the Nats, and so is Fernando. And if I take the Nats, I'm not going to tell you guys about it. But Hotboy's on the Nats too, and so is Brent Cook. Thomas will be on this one's 2-way action for sure. Got to take the Nats team total, but over or under, Dre. Gotcha. Fernando on the over here. Leroy says Nationals money line. There's a lot of support here for the Nats here. Jeremy's going with the DMV special there. And Patrick will get to what Patrick said, Giants money line or over as a question. So neither as what we did, right, Mindy? We didn't go with it. Because we went with Tigers and under. Technically, if you
Right.
our place, so we'll be here. Jeff Schramm
We'll
here
be
today.
here almost all week. Yeah.
Fade Corbin. Yeah, that's a profitable move, but they are playing the struggling Rockies, and the Nets had a good series against those Giants. It was. I think it's a little bit of a red flag on for the Giants, right? Uh, Needing wins, playing a team that you should be beating. Here's an under here for Dre said over, by the way, on that Nats team total. And Patrick, on that game, we did end up going. Mindy gave us the under. Anyways, in this one, Mindy is on the under as well, and I am on the Tigers. I mean, the Nationals. I mean,
Mindy's on the Rockies. Ramon's on the under.
I shouldn't have referred back to what
to the other game. Yeah.
There. Sorry about that. Yeah, Mindy on the Rockies. I'm on the under. Okay. Is it the weekend yet?
Almost. In about 20 minutes, right?
The Royals and Ryan Yarborough, the Guardians and Logan Allen. Logan Allen's one of those guys that's making you money, Mindy, this season, but he's a big favorite here. Right now, $1.90, 8.5 over, -120.
Oh, I kind of like the Royals today. I'll take them at +1.5 runs here, -126. Yeah, like you said, I like Logan Allen, but he is sitting it there at a big -200 today. I don't know. It's one of those that this Guardians team just doesn't score many runs, and I think that's an opportunity for this Royals team. It's kind of similar to what happened with the Yankees. The Yankees aren't hitting a lot. Here comes the Royals. They get in there and they take some money. I think that's going to happen here again today. If I look at Yarborough, he's definitely pitching better on the road than he has at home. 3.57 ERA, 20% K rate. But also only allowing 1 home run per 9 and 1 walk per 9. So I like Yarborough. I know he's having a little bit of skittish issues after being hit in the face, but I think he'll be okay today.
All right, Mindy says take the Royals run line.
Correct.
And the price on that
-125-ish.
Yeah, I guess so. -125 or so. I think the Sharps are going to prefer Kansas City here in this one, and I'm probably going to. This is one I'm actually going to look to get with you. I think here. Look, the Phillies did the job. Guardians need these. We know they're trying to get hang in there.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, look, the Royals. This isn't anything special. I mean, they barely can win 1 out of 4 games right now. But,
this could be the 1 out of 4. You never know. You never know.
Leroy says lay the run line. Yeah, Logan Allen's winning you a half a unit per game, no doubt. But Takia on the Royals. Dre was on the under. Hot Boy on the under. Mike says, he says, we might be high if we're taking the Royals, but I'm on the Royals. I'm on the Royals. We'll take the 1.5 here. Look, Cleveland has trouble scoring enough runs. They may win the game. It may be by only 1. Fernando's on the over, though. Man, these teams are massive unders. We know that. Royals have gone under in 10 of 15. The Guardians have gone over in 8 of their last 10, though. I will give them that. And not much, I think, no, but not too much interest in this game. Thomas on Cleveland money line. And thanks, Patrick. It's good to have you. No problem. Hey, it's baseball. I mean, one day you're on a team, the next day you're not.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, let's take them, Mindy. Let's get on the Royals here. Well, bullpen game. We know Yarborough can, work into a few innings, no doubt about it. This is his 6th start of the season. So I will note, though, that he is career-wise 3-0 with a 1.78 ERA in 4 games, 3 starts versus Cleveland. I'd like to welcome into the chat legendary YouTube chatter and the creator of the Ron Crawford spreadsheet, Ron Crawford. Say hello. We've seen him before. Good to have Ron stopping in with us today on the show. Could use you yesterday, Ron, but short card today. Let's keep it going, Mindy. We're on the Royals run line, minus $1.25 in that one. Mariners and the Twins with Luis Castillo. Good numbers, but not a lot of run support. Another guy, not a lot of run support. Favorite here, $1.15 or so. Total is 8 under, minus 115. This one definitely is on the move lower, even though the reported early steam came in on the over here. It does seem to be moving lower now as we get into the main betting cycle.
Yeah, these two teams split here the last 4 meetings. These two have faced off against each other here before. But Maeda, he has an 8.44 elevated ERA at home. Castillo, pretty decent, but still elevated on the road, a 3.51. He doesn't get a ton of run support, but I think today might be the day. I think the Mariners had a decent outing here versus the Jays, and I definitely feel like the Jays are a better team than the Twins. So I think they'll have a decent time here getting the win over the Twins and their 4.51 runs of offense they've been putting up over the last 5. So taking the Mariners here today.
Yeah, I do like the Mariners in this one with Castillo. Yeah, he's costing you more than a quarter of a unit each time he goes out there. Seattle just 3-6 in his last 9 starts. Maeda's been turning it around a little bit with a 3.08 ERA in his last 5 starts and a 2-1 record. And the Twins have gone 4-1 in those 5 starts. Twins have won 13 of 16, but Seattle, pretty good weekend as well, no doubt, against Toronto over the weekend. So we finally saw, man, it was a good game yesterday too, no doubt. Let's take the Mariners here. I want them with Castillo. Gonna need those runs, no doubt about it. Let's see what the chat. I don't want to ignore them because yesterday they definitely. I want to say the chat had a better day than we did.
Right.
Yeah. Omar, we just take one day off. We charge a little bit. So thank you, though, Omar. Thank you. It's great to see you. And I'm not sure we've met, but obviously you're listening. Thank you so much. And a record-setting weekend with viewership, Mindy.
Yes.
Checking those numbers. Here's Luis on Seattle with us. Leroy will take that big run line price of $1.75 or so, but plus a run and a half. Fernando on the Mariners, Hot Boy on the Mariners, Takia on the Twins, Brent on the Mariners. Andre says the Twins came through yesterday. Heartbreak Kid is here today, and he's on the Mariners. And Fernando on the over. Mike says Seattle cannot be trusted on the road. Jacoby's on the Twins. Brett B. Talking about those Jays and their bullpen. All right. Mindy, let's take the Mariners. We've got a couple of plays now here.
Yep, up to 2.
On the road, small favorite. Got the A's and the Reds and Brewers here with Ashcraft and Colin Ray. Here on the road, the Reds, slight underdog. I'm showing the Brewers about $1.15 right now. And the total is 9 over 15.
Yeah, the Reds, I think, have rebounded pretty well here. I think they swept the Diamondbacks. And again, we were talking about this is how they needed to start in order to keep pace there in the National League. I also think Ashcraft has been pretty darn good here as of late. He's allowing 2 or fewer runs in his last 3 performances. And if you look at Colin Ray hasn't exactly been very good. 5.31 ERA here at home. I'm going to go ahead and take the Reds today. In this one, a little bit of plus money.
Yeah, Reds have been fun. Ashcraft. Look, both these guys have pretty high ERA. Ashcraft 5.77, but his last 4 starts, Something's got into him. 1.82 ERA. A couple of wins in there as well. I'm going to take the Reds. We're going to be together again in this one. I like Ashcraft. Colin Ray, 4.37 ERA in his last 4 starts. But note, he's one of those guys. Brewers are 8-3 in his last 11 starts, and he is a profitable pitcher. But I want the Reds here in this one at minus $1.05 or so. I expect Ashcraft to keep it going. He struggled against Milwaukee in 2 starts this season, but I expect him to turn it around here in this one. For Ray, he's struggled against the Reds this season. These guys really almost identical in their ERA in 2 outings. They both have struggled, but Ray does have a win against the Reds. But I'm going to take the Reds here in this one on the road. And let's see if the chat agrees. Thank you, Ron. He brought his best play here for us today. It was Texas. Thank you very much, Ron. Great to have you to stop by. Okay, Hot Boys on the Reds. Trey's on the Reds run line. How about Blake says first 5 Reds money line. Fernando's on his Brewers. Brent Cook says go Reds. Mike says go under Luis on the Reds. Leroy will take the Brewers plus a 1.5 at home. Ooh, that's got to be like a $2.
190, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hot Boy, I think his best bet's on the under in this game. Sherrod says Reds. Jacoby says Reds. I'm surprised. I thought we were going to be maybe in the minority, Mindy, with this one, but we like the Reds. Keep it going. Maybe that 5-game winning streak. Maybe that, I gave out the Reds on the show. Yes, remember I was talking about Luke Weaver.
Sure.
I like these guys that have bad stats and win games. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I feel like
it's all about winning. That's it.
Yeah. Let's try the Reds here on the road in this one. What shirt are you wearing today, by the way?
This would be Stranger Things. Can you see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rangers and Astros. Woo! Gonna have some fun this week with these 2 teams. Important for both here in the race. The Rangers with John Gray, Brandon Bielak for the Astros. It's almost a pick'em now. I mean, it's definitely moving towards pick'em. I think I'm seeing some pick'ems out there currently. So the total is 9 under 15. I'd say the move is slightly to the Astros because the Rangers started a little bit of a small road favorite and moving towards pick'em now.
Yeah, I mean, Ron comes in here to support. So thanks, Ron. And then, of course, he puts out his play of the day. And here I come right away, taking the Astros against him in this one. But yeah, I think the Astros have been, playing pretty well, particularly versus the Rangers. The Rangers have a hard time hitting this Astros team, and they just struggle. Plus, Astros get Alvarez back. He hits 350 versus Gray. I think that's another thing that's going to be, in the Astros' favor here in this one. So taking the Astros here today.
All right, Mindy says take the Astros with Bielak. Look, Texas has been hot out of the All-Star break. They've been one of the stories so far, having won 7 of 9 since the All-Star game. But the Astros have won 6 of 8. You mentioned Bielak with that 1.53 ERA in his last 3 starts. Hasn't gotten a lot of run support, but for Texas, John Gray, a 4.61 ERA in his last 5 starts, 0-3. Look, I wouldn't make a habit of going against Ron's spreadsheet. This guy's got a pretty good track record. I'm on the Astros in this one. Yeah, we've got to be here. Look, Bielak has not been profitable. It's costing you 1/4 of a unit per game, but I think here, big series, no doubt about it. Houston got to be disappointing to be just.
They always struggle versus the A's, though. Like it doesn't matter; they just do.
No, that's not a great sign either. But
yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's been year after year. It's just the way it's
we nailed that game yesterday. You gave out Oakland on the run line. I gave out the under.
Yeah.
So we had that game.
I mean, to me, it's not worrisome that the Astros, got beat by the A's. Like it's just one of those deals. Like that team just always gives them problems.
Yeah,
And
but
again, they were, if they probably played in Houston, a couple of those balls would have got out of the park instead of being like right off the wall. And then that makes a huge difference there too.
yeah, yeah. Look, Gray got hit pretty hard so far in 2 starts against Houston this year, 6.75 ERA. So, all right.
All righty.
Yeah, the thing I think when you need wins, you probably should try to beat Oakland. Now that's I guess, but what can you do? I mean,
True.
yep. Sherrod says Seager out 10 days with that injury on the injured list. Leroy on the Astros, Bionic on the Stros. Jacoby says on the over. The steam came in on the over. I'm thinking runs here tonight as well. That might even hit the premiums. We'll see. I mean, the line's gone up there a little bit at 9. 8.5 was an auto premium. I'm going to look into it, but only 10 games. I gotta go with my best plays are the premiums. So we'll see. All right, Mindy, we got another one here on the. We got four. Let's go with the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks here in this one. Maybe we do have a line now here. Let me see real quick. No, we still don't know. I'm showing Nelson as the likely starter here, but no confirmation yet. No line. Mindy, if anybody want to take a guess on this one, I will. Twist my arm. I'll take a guess here.
Okay, do it.
Let's see, because I guess the Diamondbacks will be a short favorite, certainly here at home. Let me look at here let me look at the numbers first here, and let's say Arizona. Mindy, I'm gonna say $1.50. I'm $1.50, $1.60.
Really?
What do you got? What do you think? Do you
Oh,
think
I
it'll
would.
be $2 here? I mean, wait. I mean, look, Arizona's 8 games over 500. St. Louis is 12 games over 500. I mean, that's a big difference. Wainwright's got a ridiculous ERA. Nelson, and we don't know, but Nelson's been pretty good of late, and just not sure he's in there. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to do this based off of Nelson being the starter here as well. Wainwright, like you said, 7.66 ERA. Nelson, 4.82, but does have an 8.08 ERA at home out of 42 innings pitched here. So I don't know. I think this one's going to be a little bit tough, but yeah, I'll take the home team here today in this one. Even though I kind of feel like the bats have been slumping a little bit here for the Diamondbacks, I think they get it back at home here in this series.
Yeah, so a little bit of caution there with because we're going to end up laying a price, but I'll take Arizona with you. Get them back home. They need wins certainly in this race, and Cardinals have. We're playing better, but obviously ran into a little bit of something in that series against the Cubs
Right.
yesterday. We tried the Cardinals yesterday. Mindy wasn't good.
Nope.
So now they've got to stay on the road here on a new week at Arizona. We'll take Arizona. I don't know. I'm saying $1.60. Did anybody say anything? Did anybody see a line? Yeah, Jeff, we did. Just going a little bit of a run here with the plays. No doubt. Leroy, Arizona. Fernando on the Diamondbacks. And Dre on the over. Fernando on the over. Fonzie's here today. He's leaning over in this one.
Good morning.
Jeff says, look out. Home run derby today. And Jacoby on the over. Hot Boy on the over. We'll see. Nelson's been a pretty solid to the under. He's 6-1-2 to the under in his last 9. Arizona's gone under in 4 of their last 5 at home. Wainwright mentioned that 7.66 ERA. The last 3 starts, he's got an ERA of 21.
Oh, that's not so good.
With an 0-3 record. So Cardinals have been going over. We'll take the Diamondbacks, whatever the price may be, even if it's 2. I don't think we're going to do the run line, Mindy. I think it'll be, right there in the middle, 150, 160.
All right.
I would think. Jamal likes the under, I think, in this one. All right. And already ready to move on to the next game was Leroy with Pirates,
Leroy.
Padres. Now, this isn't where you want to be laying 240 with this team, but they seem to play down to the competition. Priester didn't have a good debut, so you're going to have the Padres here. 240, 8.5 under, minus 120 now. Maybe it's going lower a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this Padres team on the run line. I'm getting plus. It shows 102. I'll take that extra, $2 here for my $100 bet on the Padres. That's how I'm going here today. Yeah, like you talked about, Priester 11.81 ERA in that first outing. Darvish has kind of settled in at home, 3.83. He's just worse on the road. Give me the Padres here today.
All right, is it 5 in a row? I'll do it. I'll take the Padres on the run line.
6 in a row.
Oh gosh, okay. No, I'll do it. Pirates are 4-14 in their last 18. Padres need wins desperately. They've won 4 of 5. They found somebody they could beat. Yeah, they were flat on getaway day yesterday, no doubt. But Priester gave up 7 runs in his first major league start. So we'll see. Darvish definitely cleaning it up. We already talked about the other Padres starters. If they could just get these guys going, Mindy, right now, I mean, they have
we know they do.
Certainly a solid core of, guys rolling out there.
I mean, on paper, they should win a lot of games.
Especially with the way that Snell has turned it around, has become basically one of the hottest pitchers in the league. A little bit overlooked on that, but as hot as anybody. Musgrove also finding his stride. Darvish, 2.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. They never gets run support at home, but, a lot of times Darvish does end up in some pretty good pitching matchups. And here he's going up against, a very inexperienced pitcher. So even though the Padres are 2-5 in his last 7 starts at home, I would think the Padres get it back together. Let's take them on the run line. I'll take them on the run line. Yeah. I'm showing them minus $1.25 or $1. You were saying plus money though, right?
Yeah, that's what I had earlier, but maybe I was looking at the Pirates. Let me go. I could have been looking at the Pirates. Yeah, Pirates were plus 102. Padres minus 124.
There we go. This is what everybody's going to be on here. Leroy.
So my fault.
Run line. What's Fernando saying? Run line. Bionic on the Padres. Bonzi's on the over. Yeah, I think over tonight. Jamal on the Padres. Brent's here today. Hello, Brent. Likes the Padres, but probably not going to bet it, he says. Jeff Schramm here is on the Padres and Hot Boy. Padres money line and under. Sherrod says, take that plus money with the Pirates. Yeah. And I get it. And again, it's not. It opened as high as 270, 275. I don't know if I ever saw a 300, but now it's down to 240. In the Ramon value category, it's on the values on the Padres. I don't know if it's hard. It's hard to say at 240, but again, the line was a bit higher. So maybe the Sharps are on Pittsburgh. They probably should be. I would think, but I don't want to be with them this game. Patrick's a little behind us, but hello. All right, yeah. Uh,
Everyone's scared.
for Kobe, yeah, I'm a little bit worried to lay a run line, but I'm going to try it here with Mindy tonight on the start of the week. All right, Mindy, one more, and it's a good one, good series here. But the Blue Jays are still considered on the road, coming south. They were just in Seattle with all their fans.
Right.
Maybe some will make the trip here, but the Dodgers and Grove a dollar down to $1.15. Looks like the money's coming in a little bit here on the Blue Jays. Dodgers open maybe as high as $1.30. So now I'm showing the Dodgers just $1.15 here against these Blue Jays, and the total is 9.5 under 20.
Yeah, I've been a little down on Grove. Then he kind of showed me up with two good quality
Yeah.
starts there in consecutive outings. But again, I feel like I have a hard time trusting Grove. I think he's still going to have to prove a little bit more to me here. I feel like the Dodgers are always a team that, potentially have the hotter bats, but I'm going to go with Barrios. Barrios was the one last game that gave up like 4 or 5 walks. That's just something that he doesn't really do. He doesn't really give up the long ball either. So I'm going to go with Barrios having a good outing. I'm going to take the Blue Jays here. The Blue Jays got that better bullpen as well. So going Blue Jays.
Barrios 3.39 ERA on the season, 1.47 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Blue Jays 10-4 in his last 14 starts. Now Grove, Dodgers are 6-3 in his last 9 starts, and the Dodgers are getting it together again, having won 11 of 15. In Toronto, not a great week. Lost 5 of their last 6 games. So maybe conflicting numbers here for me to join you on this one. I don't think I can do it. I do like the over here. Reported steam did come in on the over, so it's ticked up to 9.5. Maybe not premium territory for me, but the Dodgers have gone over in 15 of their last 20. Blue Jays definitely been going under a little bit of late. But I'm going to take the over, even at 9.5 here in a Dodger game. I'll take the over in this one. Chat's going to be on a little of a mixed bag here, it looks like. Sherrod, good contributions, Sherrod. Good to have you. Hope you keep coming in. Luis here on the over. Fonzie says Dodgers and over. Sherrod says lay the alternate run line. Brent, Dodgers, play of the day. Getting a good price, Brent. I know Mindy went on the Blue Jays. I'm not sure I could pass up on the price of the Dodgers, even if it is a bit of a pitch. Grove still has some things to prove. Mindy, how about could the Dodgers? I mean, you'd expect the Dodgers here on the deadline to do something.
We'll see.
Could it be?
Could it be?
Stroman? Could it be Stroman going to the Dodgers? Could it be who else did they say? Bellinger back to the Dodgers? Were they saying?
Will they just swiping the whole Cubs team?
Jamal Blue Jays. Jeff Schramm over. Brent Cook has a parlay here. It looks like, or at least 3 plays. Hot Boy says go under. I've got the over. And Brent says Dodgers love playing the Blue Jays. And again, those would have been those series would have been over 3 years. But now we know, and I don't know. Yeah, I think the Dodgers already been in Toronto, so maybe one of those is this year actually. But I will say that now that we're playing everybody every year, I like the new schedule. Of course, welcome, Mindy. Look at this, Professor SG joins us. Nice to have the professor here. Appreciate that. All right. Luis says maybe Stroman to Texas, it sounds like. So we'll see. It's going to be some, hopefully, I don't know. I like the baseball trade deadline, but it seems like they've lost interest in it, or I don't know. The hot stove's off season, but you know what I mean. I want to see some of these teams make some moves. All right, great show. Great contributions. Over 100 on a Monday.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially after,
not so good of a day yesterday.
Yeah, we were on a let's say what it was, Mindy. We were on a mild winning streak
Right.
all week, no doubt about it. You see, because our week numbers are for the week. I don't mean week. I mean week. The week numbers, the numbers for the week were profitable. Just gave some back yesterday. No big deal. Got
It
to
happens.
get them. So don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and get our premium picks. Those are our best picks over there. Mindy and I are going to put our premium picks up there now in just a moment. I don't know. We got a pretty nice card here with the show picks. So,
Right.
anyways, over at the website, don't forget. So, no show tomorrow. We're back because people were talking about it in the chat there a little bit, Mindy. But we do still put premium picks, our agreed plays, and we know tomorrow there's a full card of games tomorrow. So Mindy's gonna send a text. I'm gonna look at my plays. I treat it just like the show. You guys know the format. Mindy makes the play. I either agree or pivot and give another play. Now you won't find out if we don't agree, but if you want our agreements, they're right here on the morning steam package tomorrow. Grab this one, and it says $99, but you save 20%. And tomorrow, Mindy and I will package up our plays, whatever it is. If it's 3, 5, 7, whatever it is, we'll package up the plays. It may take 2 packages, but you could save some money there. If you still want our plays, hopefully you do. We're profiting, so. Thanks a lot, everybody. Don't forget all of our cappers. You can save that 20% when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Click on the All Cappers tab. You'll find all of the cappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. We got a good roster of guys, and everyone has their plays up there. Just take a look at what they have for today real quick, and then we'll get on out of here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on the show. Multiple game packs today coming in here from Tony T. He's got a 3-pack. Ben Ruhala's got a 3-pack. And Hollywood Sam also a 3-pack in the major leagues. Notice Nick right there. Looks like he's got some soccer action today for some domestic leagues. $15 best bets and discount picks from the crew. Tony, Ben, Sam, Mindy, and I'll have ours up there in just a few minutes.
We're
So
getting
get
it.
off the air here and get our plays locked in for today. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. Fonzie, Professor, I see your UFC picks already in there for the week, and it's Monday. Good job. I'll be doing my podcast here in the next day or two with my crew as well. Professor rolled his plays in there. Jacoby, thank you, everyone. All right. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.